Hello and welcome to Edupedia World, the one-stop shop for all your learning needs. This Hindi session is going to be in continuation with Rasoi kitchen. In the last session, we had learnt about the objects or items used in the kitchen. But then the kitchen is much more than that, isn't it? Just the objects by themselves are not going to dance and make the processes, make the food. You have to go through certain processes. You have to follow certain processes to make food. Let's learn about those in this session in Hindi. So what do we usually do when we go to the Rasoi kitchen? Early morning, you need a cup of tea, chai, right? You make chai, tea. Tea is chai in Hindi. Okay, chai. मुझे एक कप चाय मिलेगी please? May I get a cup of tea please? Chai, right? Then it is followed by nashta, breakfast. Okay, only breakfast is specifically called nashta. आपने नाश्ता किया? Did you have your breakfast? Nashta. But apart from nashta, lunch and dinner are called khana, food. मुझे खाना बनाना है. I want to make food. मुझे खाना पकाना है. I want to prepare food. Okay? So nashta is breakfast. Apart from that, lunch, dinner are called as khana. Now in khana, what all do you make? The Indian food comprises mainly dal, chawal, sabzi, roti, and at times mithai or mishtan. Okay, fine. Let's tackle one at a time. Dal, lentil. Any lentil is called dal. Okay, dal. Dal goes on what? Goes with what? Dal is supposed to be spread on the chawal, isn't it? Chawal is rice. Chawal, chawal. Chawal is rice. Rice and dal, lentil. Chawal, dal, chawal. That is what you say. Dal, chawal is the combination. Then you need a sabzi, vegetable, right? Sabziyan, vegetables. Sabzi, vegetable. Sabzi goes with the Indian bread, which is roti. Other word for roti is chapati. And the thicker version of chapati is paratha. And a fluffy version is pulka. Okay, so let's just stick to roti or chapati. Paratha, fulka is just for your knowledge. Okay, so roti or chapati is the Indian bread. Very common, very much necessary in the Indian food, especially in North India. Rice, chawal. Dal, lentil. Lentil is dal. Rice is chawal, dal, chawal. Then sabzi, vegetable. Then roti or chapati. Thicker version is paratha. A little softer, delicate, fluffy version is the pulka. And then you have the oily version called as the puri also. But now let's restrict to roti, Indian bread. And then in many households, it's a practice to serve dessert, to have some sweet after lunch or dinner. So that is called mishtan. Anna is food. So mishtan, or the other word is mithai. Mithai. Mithai or mishtan means dessert. Remember the double na, okay? Here mishtan, anna is the half na and the full na. Anna is food. So mishtan, Look at the sh, half sh. It's not the full sh. Okay? So let's quickly revise this. Tea is called chai in Hindi. Breakfast has a specific word called nashta. Nashta. Then you have the khana, food. Food, khana, khazana, food, khana. Okay? Lentil is dal. Rice is chawal. Vegetable is sabzi. Sabzi. Then the Indian bread is roti or chapati. And lastly, dessert, sweets, mithai or mishtan. Then there are various processes involved in the making of the food. You cut the vegetables, you peel them, you knead the dough, you prepare food, you boil the milk or water. Yes, what are these various words called in Hindi? To make anything is banana. It's not the English banana fruit. यहाँ पे, here in this context, it is banana, खाना बनाना. मुझे खाना बनाना है. I want to make food. The other word for banana, specifically to cook, is pakana. Khana pakana. Okay? Banana. Banana is to make. Pakana is to cook. Then, to grind the spices, especially for spices, or to grind anything, is kootna. 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 Okay? To grind. Then, to boil. To boil is ubalna. Ubalna. Banana is to make. Pakana is to cook. Kootna is to grind. And ubalna is to boil. Now, you are also making rotis, chapatis, the Indian bread. Now you can also say roti banana. But then what actually is the process that is entailed in making the chapati, the roti, the Indian bread? First you have to roll it out, right? Remember the belan, rolling pin? Huh? Yes. So from belan comes belna, to roll out. With the rolling pin, belan. Belna. Okay? Then, after rolling out the bread, the chapati or the roti, you have to bake it. You can't just have it. You have to bake it. Sekna. 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 Okay? Sekna is to bake. So, sekna, roti sekna means to bake. Then, bhunna, to roast. Roasting anything is called bhunna. Bhunna. Okay? Bhunna. Bhunna. Sekna, to bake. Before that, belna means to roll. Okay? Then, dhulna. You don't put the rice directly to cook, isn't it? You first have to wash it. Similarly, lentils, vegetables, you have to wash. What is the word for wash? The word is called dhulna. Dhulna. Okay? And lastly, goondhna. Goondhna means to knead. Kneading the dough. Atta goondhna. And how can we forget chhilna? Vegetables. We have to peel the skin, right? Peel the outer skin at times. So that is called chhilna. Chhilna is to peel. Banana is to make. Pakana is to cook. Kootna is to grind. Ubalna is to boil. Belna is to roll out. Sekna is to bake. Bhunna is to roast. Dhulna is to wash. Goondhna is to knead. and chhilna is to peel. Now, dhulna means wash. What do we wash? Dal, chawal, sabzi, dhulna. Then you're putting it on the stove to cook. The putting process is called chadhana in Hindi, as in chawal chadhana, dal chadhana. Okay, chadhana is to put on the stove, to switch on or to light the gas. Okay, that is called as chadhana. Chawal chadhane rakhe hain. Okay, chawal chadhaya hai. I have put the rice to cook. Then, as you know, banana means to make. So chai banana, khana banana, roti banana. Khana pakana. Okay, pakna is cooking. Sabzi pak gayi kya? Has the vegetable been cooked properly? So dhulna, dal, chawal, sabzi, dhulna. To wash dal, chawal, sabzi. Dal, lentil, chawal, rice, sabzi, vegetable. Chadhana, chawal chadhana, to put the rice on the gas, on the stove. Chai, khana, roti, banana, to make, and specifically khana pakana. And what about doodh and pani? That is, water is pani and doodh is milk. So water and milk you will boil. So ubalna, pani ya doodh. Ubalna, pani water, doodh milk, to boil. Ubalna. Then coming to vegetables, first you peel them. Chhilna, for example, gajar chhilna, to peel carrots. Then what do? You cut them into small pieces. You cut kootna. Kootna. With what? Chaku, isn't it? So sabzi kootna, to cut vegetable. Sabziyan kootna, to cut vegetables. Then you want to season the dal, you want to give it a seasoning. So you say chhok lagana or tadka dena. Dal to ban gayi hai. Dal or the lentil is ready. Sirf tadka dena baki hai. That means only the seasoning needs to be done. Only the seasoning remains. Tadka dena, seasoning, to give seasoning, to season. Chhok lagana. Then in sabzis or in all kinds of food, you have masale, spices. You grind the spices. Kootna, masale kootna. Okay, masale kootna. Chhilna, sabziyan chhilna. Example, gajar chhilna. Kaatna, sabzi kaatna, to cut vegetable. Chhok lagana ya tadka dena, to season. Dal ko chhok lagana. Okay, to season the dal. Masale kootna. Now in continuation with the other things that we do in kitchen, the important thing is rotiya banana. Now let's move on to that. Roti is the Indian bread, the chapati. Now you first knead the dough. Kneading is called goondhna. Goondhna, to knead. Goondhna means to knead. Atta is dough. So atta goondhna is to knead the dough. Goondhna, to knead. Atta goondhna, to knead the dough. Then you make the gola. What is gola? Gola is the balls. Banana is to make. So gola, banana, to make the balls. Right? Then, do you remember belan that we had done in the kitchen items? Belan was the rolling pin. So belna means to roll out. Okay, belna means to roll out. So what are we rolling out? Rotiyan, isn't it? So rotiyan belna, that means to roll out the breads. Okay, once you have rolled out the breads, you can't consume them directly. They are still raw. You need to heat them. You need to bake them. That is sekna. Okay, sekna is to bake. What are you baking? Rotiyan. Right, rotiyan sekna. That means to bake the breads. So let's look at the making of the chapati once again. What is chapati or roti? That is the Indian bread. First, आटा गूंधना. पहले आटा गूंध लीजिए. First knead the dough. आटा गूंधना. फिर गोले बनाइए. Then make the balls. Gola is ball. Gole is balls. So gola banana is to make the ball. Then you roll it out. What do you do? Belna. What do you say? Belna. रोटियां बेलिए. ठीक है, रोटियां बेलना, to roll out the breads. And finally, रोटियां सेकना. रोटियां सेक लीजिए, to please bake the breads. Okay, this was the formation of roti. पहले आटा गूंधना, फिर गोले बनाना, फिर रोटियां बेलना, and finally रोटियां सेकना. Yes? Then there is another word which we commonly do in the kitchen, that is roasting. Another process that we do is roasting. Papad. Have you come across papad? Papad is a yummy, crispy Indian condiment. Papad bhoonna. That means to roast papad. Bhoonna, roast. And then there is one more thing, bhutta. Bhutta is nothing but corn. So to roast corn means bhutta bhoonna. Okay, bhutta bhoonna. Look at the t, bhutta. It's the half t joined to the full t. That is how it is written. Half t joined to the full t. Okay, bhutta. Bhutta bhoonna. Papad bhoonna and then bhutta bhoonna. So now you have done major processes in the kitchen. Your dinner or lunch, any food. Food is prepared. Khana ban gaya hai. Khana banana is to make food. The other word is khana pakana, to prepare food, right? Once you have prepared the food, you serve it. To serve means parosna. So, what are you doing? Khana parosna means to serve food. Khana paros lijiye. Serve the food. And finally, khana khane ke baad, after having food, you put the plates in the kitchen. Then there is another word for washing the utensils, that is manjna. Manjna. What utensils? What is utensils? Bartan. Bartan manjna, to wash the utensils, right? So today's session talked of all the processes done in the kitchen for food. That was right from chawal dhulna and washing the vegetables, washing the chawal, then chawal chadhana, dal chadhana, right? And then you came to sabziyan chhilna, sabziyan kaatna, correct? Then sabziyan pakana, right? You prepared the sabzi, you prepared the dal, you prepared the chawal. Then you went on to the rotiyan. Rotiyan, first you kneaded the dough. Aata goondhna, right? Aata goondhna, kneading the dough. Then gole banana, making the balls. Then rolling them out, that is rotiyan belna. And then baking the rotis, that is rotiyan sekna. Then we went on to another process called bhoonna, which was to roast. Papad bhoonna, bhutta bhoonna, right? Then khana parosna is to serve food. And finally bartan manjna, to wash utensils. So hope you have learnt all the processes in the kitchen by heart. Thank you for watching this video. हिंदी में धन्यवाद.